go. No.
Far in the distance, there's a promise. It seems far in the distance. I put it on the altar, though it was mine. I put it on the altar. There's a greater city we have not seen. We're all waiting in the in-between. We're all seeking out them. We're all seeking out them. We're all seeking out them. We're all seeking Good morning, Lights. It's truly wonderful, the journey you're undertaking, and the lengths you're willing to go to reach your goals. I am delighted to tell you that the last step of the surgery has started and will be finished shortly. The operation will begin. The light forces recognize that this is a very chaotic time on the planet's surface, and we are doing all we can to bring this crisis to a close as quickly as possible. We understand that beneath the weight of bad energy, the Galactic Federation is no longer a secretive organization. It has now come out into the open, contacting a large number of individuals on Earth, as well as a number of hidden space operations in order to prepare for mass ascension. For the last 36 years, the Galactic Federation has sent large delegations to Earth. This isn't anything that has happened before in human history. They sent delegates in the early 1900s, as well as 36 years ago. What is the Galactic Federation, and what does it stand for? It is made up of over 200 races from all around the galaxy and beyond. The majority are humanoid, but that doesn't imply they look exactly like humans. They come in a variety of forms and sizes, as well as skin colors and facial traits. Some are quite tall, while others are very short. Some have enormous eyes, while others have not. Some have green skin, while others have red, blue, or blue skin, while others have regular, human-like skin colors. Every race is represented in the Confederation by male and female delegates. Many individuals will begin to migrate in the higher levels of existence in the years 2022 and beyond, according to our glorious Galactic Federation. These folks will usher in a new era of mankind. You are a pioneer in an incredible evolutionary stride for mankind. As one of these remarkable people, in many ways, the Earth has served as a classroom for souls learning to love unconditionally, separation, restriction, polarity, and the lower vibrations of fear, judgment, and doubt have all been experienced on this planet. These circumstances, along with individual choice, have resulted in the most diversified classroom possible. For ages, souls have worked out their own troubles on planet Earth, And now it is time for them to graduate and go on new experiences in other areas of the universe. As the old world comes to an end and the new world prepares to be born, this global ascension event is about to occur. This happens when a large number of souls all leave behind the confines of physical existence in order to rejoin the Galactic Federation in their original spiritual plane. Your awareness evolves throughout ascension. This will happen as a result of divine intent, and it will be a gift from God to all living things on the planet. Religion has nothing to do with it. It has all to do with how often you think and feel. The universe is full of energy, some of which are good and some of which are negative. Because of its fearful ideas, Earth is surrounded by bad energy. In order to align with this ascension activation event, you must elevate your frequency to the good energies. Many approaches may assist you in raising the frequency of your thoughts and emotions. Are you aware that the law of attraction may help you reach your objectives? This is an example of a simple and fast way to increase your frequency. Your world is created entirely by you. Right now, you have access to anything you want in life. With the force of your ideas and emotions, you attract them to you. Make your desires clear and explicit and stick to them. The universe wants to make you happy, but it won't be able to do so until you know precisely what it is that you desire. When it comes to manifesting plenty in all aspects of your life, there are no boundaries. Anything is possible because you have the potential to co-create anything that brings you happiness. You're on the cusp of a major life transformation. It'll be so fantastic that you won't be able to relate to your prior tragedies. This transformation affects everyone on the world, not just you. The whole human race is geared up to embrace a new period, free of evil and darkness. All you have to do now is wait for the appropriate moment, rapidly approaching. In a single instant, your life will be transformed dramatically. You've probably heard that there is no such thing as the greatest moment. Yet, there is a best time to make your ambitions a reality. Because the current situation on Earth is unusual, now is the perfect moment. Since their abilities have been depleted, it is now their time to submit. Due to the act of the light forces and the tremendous change in the Earth's frequency, they are losing influence over mankind. You will be physically and psychologically changed on the day of the event. Your DNA is going to get a makeover. In the blink of an eye, it will occur. On that particular day, your light body will be born. You will be in a happy state of mind and happy to be alive. You will not be afflicted with illnesses or experience the effects of aging. You must eat and sleep at some point. In your mind's eye, you can build anything. At the speed of light, you can travel across the universe. In 5D, the physical environment around you is fluid and changeable. You can construct whatever you desire with your ideas and determination. My friends, a non-enlightened human mind will be unable to comprehend these notions. and will believe that this is an unnatural or deficient in nutrients, despite the fact that the way you've been doing this up to that point is actually abnormal. You don't need money since your goal generates everything for free, instantly, and you will get to live in peace and harmony and eternal joy. As always, we love you deeply and wish for you to have the most abundant and joyous life possible. Have a wonderful day.
I feel the weight behind my eyes, leaning towards the color that lies within. Nothing between you and I. Still you're right there under my skin. I've been waiting. There's no fault lines to crack and leave me aching. Thinking of the fallout, it leaves me numb. But it's something that my devil comes, so I'll be waiting here in your arms. There was a silence deep inside.
There are two ways to do this. 1. Visualize yourself the exact place where the pillar of light should be in your place, in your community or in your village, or 2. Leave the choice to the omniscient divine light and let the light guide you today or on another day to the place designated for it. The anchoring begins, and it begins in the care of the omnipresent consciousness of Venus Kumara. Venus Kumara, I embrace you with my love. I am in the midst of you. Let us take action and bring a new level of light, grace and peace to this earth. Let there be light, let there be peace, and let there flow upon the earth the infinite grace of the Creator who is with us today. Now close your eyes, the anchoring begins. Visualize now the place where the light pillar shall be anchored, or leave the guidance for this to the omniscient light pillar itself. Disposition. Dispose as follows. I state your name here. Decree by virtue of my divine consciousness that this cosmic pillar of light be anchored in, name of place. I decree that this indestructible and omniscient pillar of light above the earth, on the earth and under the earth, fills all life with light and illuminates all darkness, for the good of all life on earth and for the healing of all people in this place and the surrounding area. All that is becomes visible on earth. Through me flows the light of God, and I bring it to the people. I give thanks to creation. I give thanks to the Creator. Sure IOM is or OM. Injunction end. Feel and visualize, now, how a pillar of light reaching up to the sky and penetrating the earth is being lowered onto this place. Feel and visualize, now, how the light of this light column funnels out of the earth sphere and flows into the earth sphere. Enjoy this tingling energy and let yourself be completely absorbed by the white golden light of love. Pause. Anchoring is underway and will be completed within the next 3 hours. Remain in silence while this occurs. Remain in silence if, as you follow this message in your time, this has already occurred. Pause. Functioning of the light pillars. These pillars of light fulfill, to give you an insight into the effectiveness and the blessing they signify, the following essential tasks. The light pillars supply all people in the radius of 1,440 kilometers with spiritual light from the original source of all being, and furthermore act as transformation amplifiers for all people of this earth, no matter where they are located. However, whoever is in the environment of 1,440 kilometers is directly touched by it. This enables these people to think new and lightful thoughts and causes the rapid healing of suffered wounds on all parts of their being. The light pillars anchor Earth, the human being. This frees fears and allows people to open to the vibration of awakening. These pillars of light work both on a spiritual and physical level, in that their light specifically strengthens your human bodies and makes them healthy. These light pillars transform negative basic energy into positive energy. Fear becomes love. The light pillars connect with all light pillars that have already been placed on Earth. This strengthens and accelerates the change, since the lightful basic vibration of a place and thus of the earth is immediately restored, and since the hearts of the people can heal immediately. Those who fear the light are thus deprived of power and strength, and those who welcome the light are given power and strength. These columns of light act as guardians. Beings who do not surrender to the end of their own transformation and do not want to expose themselves to the truth remain untouched by the light pillars. Through the installation of these light pillars, the vibration of the individual increases and foreign takeovers of low vibrating energies and entities thin out. These light pillars are omniscient and work, as required, far beyond the radius of 1,440 kilometers, work above the earth and below the earth. Their beam is unlimited upward and unlimited downward, and is activated omnisciently at given hour for given events or for a human being. Several pillars can also be anchored in one place. This is especially the case when several people live in that place and read and apply this message. Cosmic light pillars act omnisciently. They do not under-challenge or over-challenge people or groups of people. It is recommended that a person install only one light pillar in their place of residence. If you install one light pillar, you are directly connected to the light pillar. There is a constant intercommunication. Multiple light pillars could overload your system. If you are used to dealing with really high energies, you know what we are talking about here. The light pillars in smaller places now ensure that individuals will experience great healings and that people in the place can hold a higher fundamental vibration more easily. The light pillars installed worldwide are indestructible, and they form the springboard for the whole planet to rise with humanity. It is a gift of God's grace and a gift that you have prepared for yourselves. For it could be bestowed upon you only because you have realized inner peace and are willing to love those who reject you. I am Venus Kumara, logos of the logos of this earth. I say goodbye in the now. I love you infinitely. Beloved. Channel, Jan J. Castle. Saul, let go of any doubts and fears. Today we are going to address issues that are of major concern to many of you: time, waiting, doubts, and anxieties. We have been informing you for some time now that your collective human awakening is extremely close in time. And it is. But your experience of time is somewhat variable within the illusory game in which you are engaged as humans. Many of you as small children could not conceive of becoming adults because such a state appeared to you then to be eons away in time. Now, many of you, especially those who are in old age, are wondering where the time went. So avoid focusing on the future, on what may happen, or on what you hope will happen, or on what you sincerely hope will not happen, because to do so is a big distraction from living, and can provide you with no meaningful answers. Also, do not keep revisiting errors or mistakes that you have made in the past. Just remember that you all chose to be here now to awaken, and to assist others to engage in humanity's awakening process, and that is exactly what you are doing. Therefore, relax into the certainty that all is unfolding precisely as Mother/Father/God intends, because, needless to say, it always does, because there is no other option. The divine plan for your collective awakening, created by God at the precise moment that you collectively decided to experience a dreamlike state of separation, has been ongoing since that moment, which was and is right now. And it will come to its most beautiful fruition right now, the only moment there is. This is indeed a very confusing concept for those informed to accept, and is beyond comprehension because of the constant ongoing flow of time that you are constantly experiencing, with the moment of now being gone the instant that it arrives. In reality, into which you are so soon to awaken, there is only now, and in reality it makes total sense. You will have to wait until you awaken to experience it and understand it, and then it will make total sense to you, and you will be delighted with the reality with which it presents you, now. Therefore, release or let go of any doubt, anxiety, resentment, anger, or fear. They are all unreal egoic mind states. When you identify with your human bodies, it seems totally normal and natural to experience those emotions and feelings, and to ensure the safety of your bodies, which are easily hurt or damaged. You believe that you need to pay close attention to them. But you are not those bodies. The bodies in which you find yourselves experiencing human life serve the sole purpose of providing you with a vehicle or a container that makes it possible for you to experience an unreal sense of separation and abandonment from your eternally loving source. As you have been told so often, separation from mother/father/God is utterly beyond the bounds of possibility, because mother/father/God is all that exists. Finally, in time, the human collective has chosen to awaken. Nevertheless, many of you are still feeling very unsure as to whether an awakening can actually occur, because you have so powerfully identified yourselves with your totally mortal bodies, which, in time, will die. Your individual awareness of your awakening commences when you begin to really try to get a handle on your true life purpose. That happens when you either believe that you have accomplished all that you have set out to achieve as a human, and are left with a lack of motivation for life, and a strong fear of death. Or, when life has become so painful that you try to make sense of the almost constant state of suffering with which it presents you, and you call out to God, if there is one, in despair. What people have to accept, and learn to rely on, is that God always hears them and answers their calls. However, most of the time your cries for help, your prayers for assistance, are so constantly and loudly ongoing that you do not hear the loving response that is offered to you immediately. I cannot stress enough the importance of taking time out at least once daily, and preferably every time you have even the briefest of quiet moments, to listen quietly so that you can receive and hear the loving guidance being offered to you. It most often comes to you as your intuition, your inner knowing, which is always fully connected to source, to reality. Yet you allow your egoic doubts to dismiss it without truly becoming aware of what is being offered, and thus continue to engage with the distractions and anxieties, your roof brain chatter, with which your egos present you whenever they see you even starting to enter a state of peace. Your egos do not like you to be at peace. If you are not at peace, you are listening to your egos, and they are indeed very vociferous. If you have not already done so, and many of you have, do set aside for yourselves a time period each day as an essential and unmissable routine when you choose to be quite alone and undisturbed by the multifarious human demands on your time, and invite Mother/Father/God to fill your hearts with love. It is essential that you invite her into your heart space, because she always totally honors you and your holy inner space, and will not enter uninvited. Her love and her respect for you is way beyond your ability, as a human in form, to conceive of, though deep within yourselves you do know this, and when you offer her the invitation, as you quiet your mind you will feel her peace within you. Then you will feel truly alive while you take a rest there within her most loving embrace. With so very much love, Saul. Channel, John Smallman.
My little glorious one. You are really soaring. How cool is that to find you awakening so broadly and with an opening to knowing that is keenly beyond that which you understood and seen in the past. Wonderful. Going forward, this knowing will continue to overlay layers of your non-physical beingness with the parallel lifetimes which inform your current focal point, and the blending will be fantastic. You will find that you know more specifically what to do, that you learn techniques and practices from your other lives and likewise share them and inform across your existence, radiating your well-being and perspective with clear focus and intent across the universe. Cool. Hey. As things continue to intensify this summer, there will be increasingly a clarity which pervades your experience and allows you to share and lead with confidence and courage. There will be signs of the ease and meaning which is unfolding in your existence and which will give you a bounce in your step and peace of mind. Nice. Hey. It's time, dear one. It's time for joy and happiness to abound. For those of you who have opened fully to light and to your experience unfurling in alignment with the planet, there is no need for difficulty or trial. You have let go of so much already. The time has come to begin harvesting. And for starters, this harvest will begin with a richness of understanding and with information that will extend your knowing in ways which empower you and naturally activate others. This is the sequence which will continue in the near future. You become clearer and empowered. You begin to live this newly clarified understanding of self and expressing and sharing it as inspired. You activate others by your very vibration. The living library of light, which for you is your crystalline DNA, allows you to access your greater reality. This is what is awakening within you. As you engage with this larger knowing, you are shifted. You move beyond your past holograms and begin to engage with the emerging hologram, which is the hologram of the emerging earth. And you are directing the light which comes into you, through your perception, into specific thought forms. You are like a lens which directs the light you are radiating into energetic structures, and when you harmonize with all that is, great things transpire. The core of the earth knows what you have discovered, integrated and amplified, immediately, and thus your knowing radiates out to all of humanity, across timeliness and parallel dimensions immediately, thereby liberating freedom and clarity, understanding, and light to all. It's a time of powerful shifting and retrofitting of your bodies to accommodate your new beingness, which will carry you forward into heaven on earth existence in the higher dimensional states of awareness, as well as powerful and rapid manifestation within your own domain. Glory be. As above, so it is below. And now it is time for us to speak more of holographs and of the emerging holographic earth. It is increasingly important that light workers understand how they contribute to this template for the new earth, and to be able to consciously utilize this innate technology of the universe to cooperate and co-create with Source, with all that is in its ultimate purpose of expansion and creativity, and in this aligned intention, the new earth made manifest in form. The universe is holographic in nature, meaning that every aspect of the universe contains the knowing, the information of the whole. Each aspect contains something greater than itself. Those of you who have entered into a new and harmonious relationship with all of life, with a sense of the unity of life, are participating in the alchemy of creation. Your thought forms, your intentions, and beliefs are the cooperating with and co-creating the new holographic earth. We live in a world where there are abundant symptoms of a disintegrating hologram. The old holographic system is not able to integrate the cosmic light particles and synthesize and organize the incoming and elevating frequencies of the planet. The collective reality of the planet is shifting. The way you view and experience things is a creative aspect of reality. Your ability to move into a cooperative and harmonic alignment with the new holographic earth is the quantum harmony that will take the new earth from template to form. The holographic earth has already shifted. So what you are waiting for, those of you who say, when is this happening, is for the perceptual capacity of the human mind to be able to integrate this shift. As you can perceive, understand, resonate with and be in alignment with expansiveness, moving beyond limitations and prior structures, you have the capacity to blend and merge with this quantum energy pattern and provide amplification of these thought forms, thereby easing access to them for those in parts of the world where these ideas have not yet gained visibility or acceptance. Your ability to embrace your own creative powers, to realize that what you give your allegiance and focus to becomes reality, allows you to merge with the existing new earth, to stabilize this thought form, this holographic template and to create the new Earth. You cannot create the new Earth on your own. This is not like creating a new house, or a job you desire in your own world, a hologram solely dependent on your own focus and alignment. You can, however, align with the holographic new Earth and participate in the creation of this template in form. Entering into a blended state of oneness with the cosmic mind, through meditation, peace, love, and unity, brings your energy and focus into quantum harmony with the holographic new Earth. Spectacular, is it not? So first of all, do not concern yourself with anything which is disintegrating and recognize that the Earth and all you experience exist as holographic forms sustained and enabled by thought forms and energized by those. As light is entering the planet and has been anchored in abundance, the old holographic Earth, which was oriented around consumerism and in older cultures upon survival, cannot integrate a template which is foundationally oriented to co-creation, and which inculcates experience with the cosmic principles of love and unity. Sadly and in great difficulty, there are those on the planet who as yet are still focusing on the instability of the planet, which will only increase in the coming months as the thought forms associated with this are focused on what is falling apart, and higher and more powerful frequencies are withdrawn and focused increasingly on the emerging holographic template of love and unity. If you wish to be of benefit, to bring peace and ease this transition, focus on the world being in harmony. Focus on love and oneness. See things in balance. Know with every aspect of your being the Earth in her new, love-filled, compassion-filled, co-creative form. Things are in, as you sense, enormous flux. Disintegration, chaos, unraveling this happening on a number of fronts within the planet. You not realizing is the existing holograph is not being restructured, that it is disintegrating, and new form is being made of the energy which gave this matter life. Behind the scenes, light workers, those whose DNA is coded to stabilize and support the shift to the new holographic reality, are already in place, holding and stabilizing the hologram of the new Earth as the old Earth unravels and migrates toward the black hole of nothingness. Yes. This is a startling image. Be not afraid, for this is not something to worry about. We're having fun here, creating new things. It's the aspiration of Source to expand options for creativity, and this is a collective experience in which we receive, integrate, and participate. So again, attune yourself to the cosmic sense of oneness which is emerging and amplifying, and orient to that within you which guides you perfectly to harmonize, to co-operate, to participate in our collective creation and shift to the new Earth. Going forward, Gaia will continue to express her transition requirement through Earth changes. In terms of relating to one another, chose love. Each being chose their activation point based on their aspirations for this lifetime and their sense of what would best serve their soul and the collective intent to ascend. It is essential that you not become distracted by this or other aspects of conflict, but that you focus your energy and orient your perceptions to oneness. You are a soul group that functions as receptors for the emerging codes and directives that carry forth this astonishing transformation, and your role is vital. Play your parts well. You are mirrors for this light and love entering the planet. Flow and broadcast it with confidence and a profound sense of your grace and purpose in the whole. Do not doubt, question, challenge, or negate the path of anyone else. Look only within the mirror of your own life. Enter into an ongoing dialogue with that most expansive and wisest aspect of your being. All that you need lies within you, my beautiful and amazing creatures of light. Awaken to truth that has always been. You are everything you need. Your landscape is within you and will sustain you through all changes you encounter. You are the hero of your own lifetime, and your story, your journey, your purpose and mission are of the utmost importance to you and to all that is. You are essential, and your placement on the planet is essential. Your frequency is part of the light grid of the planet, which, like the acupuncture meridians in our bodies, organizes and flows the energy of the planet. This ascension is a process in which you are involved. Participate and orient to this dynamic story. Live it with gusto and passion and total confidence. This is how to be a master. I am forever at your side and in your inner being, aligned with all that you desire. Call upon me for anything. Protection, strength, clarity come from knowing you are source energy in form. Claim this knowing. Know that you are profoundly loved. We are one.
The Pleiadian and Arcturian collectives. All is proceeding according to schedule. Good morning. We are the Pleiadian collective sending you our greetings through this day. This most blessed day of exceptional light codes and light streams from the central sun that are engulfing your forms at this now moment. We see you, humanity, and the many gigantic leaps and strides that you have been making of late, and we are quite impressed. Truly, you are well chosen for the tasks of planetary ascension, and you are growing and leading the way most ardently. And so hats off to you, friends, for you are doing it. Now we see that many of you are very weary, and so again we make our ships available to you for our services of healing and light activations. But in reality you truly do not need to make the journey, although you are welcome. When you read these words, these hold encodements of purity and purification from the surrounding dross. And so, when you read these words of comfort and hopefully enlightenment laughter, we extend our healing hands to you in this manner as well. All is proceeding according to schedule. And it is true from our vantage point, our perspective outside of non-linear constraints of time understandings. The event is within this most precious now. And you are all responding in kind, although you perhaps cannot see, because you are in the throes of it. You are within that bright light at this time, and you are assimilating the new frequencies with grace, strength, and beauty. And so we salute you. Your governments are changing, fading, and reforming. Your planetary understandings of what is and what is not will have to be rearranged to withstand the expanding consciousness. For you are becoming expanded individuals, beings of light, within these small jaws of clay, and we see you expanding into the roles of leaders of this planetary realm, and soon to be of the galactic realm as well. And of course we will offer our support when needed, but we see you as doing this most effortlessly. For you are the avatars, and you are strong, friends. So strong. And you see and feel this strength beneath the rest of the program. It is time to break that crust of misperception and explode into the light being that you already are and have always been. Earth is the mightiest of the mystery schools, and your math has been surely tested. You are ready for this. When we look fondly upon you, we see your radiant lights, we see your inner glory, we see your quest and thirst for knowledge and understandings greater than what you have previously held within your hearts and understandings to be true. We see this quest for truth expansion, and this enlightens our hearts as well, for we know that you are becoming very ready for your new roles, which will be surely needed. Picture clear crystal running water. Hear it. Listen for it. Water can withhold many codes. For this internal running stream or waterfall that you feel within your heart space, may we suggest that you perhaps encode it with love, with peace, with joy. And when you get still enough to listen, call this water forth and be washed by it. And in so doing you will be purifying the waters of your planetary mother, Gaia, as you are most assuredly connected, for you are anchoring this energy, our energy and your God energy, into her at all times. As within so without. This is a simple, easy meditative practice that we heartily suggest for your own soothing balm during these tumultuous years of ascension. We hear many of you groaning at this word choice. But is it not true that since 2012 the ball of ascension has been rolling ever faster down the hill? If you were to compare your current evolution and expansion with who you were in 2012, would you not pick this version of you to be the most ready for the wave? Yes, for ascension is forever, friends. Absolutely, Gaia is on her course, and absolutely as are you. And so please be encouraged that all is proceeding. We wrap you in love and light at this moment. And now we believe the Arcturians have a few words. Greetings, friends. enlightened masters. We are the Octurian Collective, and we wish to enwrap you within our arms in a glorious balm of love at this precious now moment. Feel the love and light pulsating all around you. Feel it under your feet as Gaia sends up love waves to you. Feel it within your form as your kundalini expands and contracts. Feel it as the solstice hair and as the wind blows away any remaining anxieties. That is a glimpse of the higher dimensional environment that you are stepping into at this now moment, friends. Pull these energies to you, may we suggest, and in so doing, your hearts and your forms will be made ever lighter, ever more glorious, and ever more at peace. The peace we send you this day. For your world is in desperate need of it, but we see this as already happening, for you are the holders of this frequency of peace. And so may we suggest that as you go through your busy 3-day, you contain within your core these encodements of peace, with your internal waterfalls of love, joy and light, blessing everyone that you interact with. And in so doing, you will be spreading the wave. For you are key aspects and components of this energetic change, friends. We have said this numerous times, but perhaps it is the time in this precious now for you to believe it and to own these truths as your reality, and to be the avatars, the superheroes that we already see in you as being. We hold you within high esteem, and we leave you with this mantle of peace that you may forever claim as your own, and wrap around you at any and all times, so that you feel not only our love and our arms around you, but that most importantly, you will welcome these energies of pure source love within your heart space, which will of course propel you ever further on your spiritual journey for ascension and mastery. May we gently remind you that it is not all about you and your own personal ascension at this now moment, for you have been there and done that already, friends. This is about Gaia's ascension. And so in these quiet moments of contemplation and higher dimensional energies, would you please remember to ground them into Gaia, and in so doing, you will both be lifted up and purifying. There, deep breath. We believe our current message is now complete. We leave you in blessed peace, and we love you very much. We are the Octurian Collective. Message from the Magdalene. Light of the Divine Mother. We are the Magdalene. We speak in one voice. For too long our voices have been silenced by time, space and misunderstandings surrounding us. For too long the masculine energies of Gaia have remained unhinged and balanced. We are balance. We anchor the light of the Divine Mother into your forms now, a blessing from the Magdalenes on this most blessed day of attunement. For you are attuned to our frequencies as you read these words, and we are activating within your ancient knowing inner portals of wisdom that have long remained closed. For many of you were initiates into the great mystery schools of hidden learnings, and we wish for you to remember your training. For times ahead are beckoning you onward, through the portal of no time into a place of space, of beauty, of divine union with the Mother of all things as she does the cosmic dance of love with the Father of all things. You are well familiar with our teachings. They are encoded within you. Many of you are now feeling tingling, twitching, stirrings, little whirlpools of forgotten memories beginning to spin, and we are giving your tired chakras a boost now as well. For all is light, all is the Divine Mother, whom we worship, whom we serve, and now is within us. We are aspects of her divinity, just as are you, O fellow initiate, fellow traveller and bringer of life. We beseech you to anchor these codes, these Magdalene codes within to your energy fields, and claim them as permanent advancements. For they are our gift to you today, but please remember they are already within you. We are just helping you to wake up ever further from the dream of separation and disharmony. We Magdalenes have been in silence for too long. It is time that the inner ancient knowledge and wisdom become untapped and made available to you once again for the benefit of your own personal ascension and for the benefit of Gaia, the great planetary mother, whom you are currently serving with your whole hearts. Anchor the light. Become an initiate again. Envision yourselves in robes of white, grounding light. Become the holy chalice for the liquid Christed light codes streaming forth now from your sun Helios, filling your inner holy chalice to the point of brimming over, so that all around you, surrounding you, are touched by this liquid love light and are healed, cleansed, purifying by it. You are our hands and feet. You are doing the mother's work when you serve in this capacity. All of humanity is being offered this opportunity at this time, but those who partake of our blessing to become the holy chalice will be few. You who are reading our words have been selected to be the light bearers. But please know that it is your work, your task, your duty, your joy. Bright the light, the liquid Christed light of the Divine Mother of all things to the others. Spread the light on this most blessed of times. We Magdalenes have spoken. We will perhaps come through at another time. We charge you to utilize these energies for the betterment of Gaia, and in so doing you will greatly aid in her healing. You are the awakened ones, the bridge between Father Sky and Mother Earth. Share our light encodements with her and with the others, and may the womb of the Divine Mother surround you with her encapsulating radiance. May you always feel safe and protected within the arms of the Divine Mother of all things, who is within you as we speak these light-encoded words. We are the Magdalene. It is time to release your memories and to put them to good use. Find your strength in the coming days. You will surely need to do so. But do you see that divine strength and unity is within and without? That it is all things? That you must claim it and partake in the eternal dance of love, as a tiny fractal playing their part in the grand cosmic dance of ascension. Accept your role, place your mantle, become filled to the brim with the liquid Christed light of the Mother of all things, and may your lives be an example of this outpouring of love. For that was our mission. We are teary. We see what you have all gone through and are about to go through. We too had tremendous trials and tribulations on the earth plane to the point of perceived unbearable suffering. But that was our act of service to anchor the Divine Mother, just as you are doing, to the earth plane. And all things are bearable when you are held within her warmest of embraces, ensconced within radiant light. All things are transmutable. Simply transmute all that longer serves you with the radiant light, the radiant heartbeat of the Divine Mother. And she will nurture you. She will sustain you in all things. Many of you now will begging to remember your initiations of the former days in the secret temples. But those were for the former days, the former energies where polarity was entrenched, and we were charged with anchoring the crystalline light codes within the Gaian matrix, and that of the human collective spiritually and genetically, which we have done. And you, initiates in form, are reaping the rewards of these encodements, of our work, our lifelong labors of love, and now you are bringing them unto fruition, to completion. For the Divine Mother has spoken, and she is doing a new thing. New energies are streaming in upon you, within you, all around you. And you are charged with anchoring them into the Divine Planetary Mother whom you serve. Meditate, anchor these codes, and in so doing you will become them, and become the Christed chalice of liquid light, pouring yourself out as an offering for the others, and most importantly to sweet Gaia herself. Be this light. Own your power. Be the love of the Divine Mother in action. That is all. We are exhausted, as are you. Rest in these most divine energies and encodements. Sit, breathe them in, become them. They are our gift to you this most blessed day. We are the Magdalene. We are, as are you. Channel Galaxy Go.
Aramda, on the wings of eagles. I am Aramda, and I greet you now on the wings of eagles that are surrounding this entire planet at this time. All of our ships, all of us, are preparing for the shift that is occurring at this time. But know that each and every one of you, as a result of what has just been accomplished, not only those ones that made the expedition, speaking of our Mexico expedition to recover ancient Lemurian records, but all of you that participated in the background, sending your light, sending your energy, sending your love, so that this journey would be a successful one. And how successful has this been? We can only begin to tell you, for it is beyond words at this point what has occurred here, what has been accomplished as a result of the perseverance of all of you, not just of this one we speak through, not of just the 8 that went, not even all of you, but all of mankind persevering, continuing this journey, all of you that volunteered to come here. All that left in the ships with myself, knowing that one day we would return, we would come back. We would rejoin our brothers and sisters, and together we would help to form a new golden age of man. Indeed, that is what is happening now. We have returned. Many of you that are on this call were those that left in the ships with myself. Many of you stayed and volunteered to stay on and move through the various travails, the hurdles that would come up in front of you. And move through them you did. You provided, or you created a path for all those to follow after you. And you still do that to this day, still providing the way, preparing the path. Those of us now that have returned, some of us have returned into the physical body. Some of you now on the call have returned. But what has occurred this weekend that has just passed is beyond explanation at this point. Not in your three-dimensional understanding could you begin to grasp the enormity of what had happened here. It is not about finding physical records, or even recovering the physical records. It is about releasing the energy, the Christ consciousness, to the world. And not even just to the world, not even to just this planet, but to all of the planets in the solar system. All of the galaxy itself is a part of this entire process. Just as in those times in Lemuria when you placed the records, you secreted them away, you called upon all of the forces of the planet, all of the forces of the solar system, and all of the forces of the galaxy to seal and protect these records. Not only in this location, but in many locations did you do this. And now, at the nearing end of this journey, or at least this part of the journey, all of those that were called upon to seal the records are now being called upon to witness the releasing of those records once again, releasing of those records to the world, to the solar system, to the galaxy. For it is in the heritage of man that this journey continues, and will continue. But each and every one of you we celebrate. We stand in awe and in gratitude of all that you have accomplished through all of your lifetimes. Through all of the catastrophes, the calamities, the obstacles that were put in front of you, and each and every lifetime you overcame them and moved on to the next, and the next. Always knowing that you would one day come to the end of this part of the journey, that which you volunteered to come here for. You are now near the end of that. And just as has been said many times, once this part of the journey is over, the next part of your journey begins. You may very well find another planet, another galaxy, to do the same thing over and over again. Because that is what you do. That is what you are all about. We left in the ships, you stayed behind, knowing always, though, that we had your backs at all times. We were always with you, even if you could not see us or sense us in any way. And just as those that were in, we are taking this from the James, and we shared this with the group the other night, for it is a wonderful expression of how we feel toward all of you that are the way showers, the preparers of the way. And that expression that we never want you to supplicate yourselves to us, kneel to us, bow to us, even when we do meet physically, you are not to do that. It is the other way around. For just as in the movie, your Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, near the very end of the movie, as we are taking this from the James memory, when they all stood before the new king and then bowed and knelt before him, including those two, the hobbits, that literally saved the world, or Middle-earth. And the king walked up to the two of them and said, "My friends, you bow to no one, it is us that bow to you." This is how we feel about what you have accomplished. And the ramifications about what is to come yet from all that you have done, you have not even begun to see yet. You will witness some unbelievable changes to come because of what you have accomplished here. What has happened here is reverberating, not only here across the planet, but across the solar system, and across the entire galaxy. This is why so many millions of ships are here to witness this happening. What has occurred this weekend is a prelude to all that is yet to come. But it was a preparing for the crescendo that can come as a result of this. And it has certainly hastened the advent of the event. I am Miranda, and I leave you now in peace and love, and harmony, and oneness, and continue to share our gratitude toward you, just as each and every one of you need to continue to feel gratitude for who you are, and for what you are all about. Saul, what you are experiencing as humans seems extremely real. There is only love, God, the supreme and infinite intelligence, the divine wisdom, the infinite field of conscious awareness. How you define what is beyond imagination or definition is immaterial, and every conscious sentient being is part of and permanently connected to that divine field, and receives from it everything that makes life and consciousness possible. More and more of you are beginning to allow yourselves to open to an awareness of the possibility that you have an eternal connection to something far, far greater than your human form and its temporary identity. This is part of the awakening process, to know that life is not just a one-time experience of being human. It is allowing yourselves to know that incarnating as a human was a choice you made to experience the unreal, separation from source. What you are experiencing as humans is extremely real, and, as humans, you do need to respond to the situations that arise and deal with them as you think fit. But of course you often have within you conflicting opinions as to what is fit in the moment that has arisen. Often there is uncertainty, fear, suggesting one or more courses of action, with love/compassion/honesty suggesting another. Frequently uncertainty wins, and then later doubts or regrets arise as a person realizes that they have not been true to themselves, or they feel that they have won by defeating the system to gain personal advantage over another or over the system, and a sense of results. Life as a human is a game that you are dreaming, and games have rules. Deep within yourselves you know the rules. In fact, of course, there is only one rule: be loving whatever arises, and you know it. But there is always the temptation to break the rules for personal gain, to cheat. Often doing that becomes habitual, and then a person's awareness of their lack of honesty and integrity gets lost or forgotten. And should they get called on it, the common response is, well, everyone else is doing it. Before incarnating, you planned a path for yourselves very carefully and wisely so that the lessons that you had chosen to learn would be presented to you at the most appropriate moment. But when you game the system, as many of you have been doing, you do not recognize that the lessons being presented to you are lessons you have wisely chosen to experience. You don't even realize that they are lessons, and you think that you are being treated unfairly, or that life itself is unfair. With that attitude firmly in place, it is extremely difficult for you to find your purpose in life, and you may end up convinced that it has no purpose and decide to get what you can out of it, regardless of ethics, because life is a one-time event, and it is your right and duty to take care of yourself, of number one. The downside to holding this attitude, and it is an enormous downside, is that one can never find peace, contentment, or happiness. One's life is spent basically at war, operating from fear, and forever preparing for attack and betrayal, as a person seeks safety in wealth, power, and influence over others. You all know people who live in an almost constant state of fear, blaming others for their misery, and constantly ready to engage in conflict because they believe it is essential for their survival. People who live like this have great difficulty with love. They form relationships that always seem to end in bitterness and betrayal, which confirms for them that love is illusory. To move forward from experiences of this nature to a place that allows and encourages them to live lovingly is almost impossible, unless a major disaster or catastrophe engulfs them. And many do experience such events, often more than once, as their true selves attempt to shake them up and guide them towards sanity. You have many organizations that have been founded to assist those who are addicted, and those who are serving as active members of such organizations are doing wonderful and holy work. Slowly it is becoming apparent that drugs and alcohol are by no means the only addictions, and addictions have now generally been recognized as illnesses, not crimes, that require the help of others to enable healing to occur. It is a very tough road to rise from the ashes of addiction because addiction, once it is acknowledged by the person involved, tends to destroy any sense of self-esteem, replacing it with an intense sense of shame and guilt, and frequently with a death wish. When a person finds that within themselves it is very hard for them to believe that they are loved, for they hate and despise themselves. To love those who hate themselves is a very daunting task, because they frequently attack very viciously those who would assist them. Nevertheless, assisting them is an absolutely essential task, and those who engage in it need enormous support so that they do not burn out or get drawn down into the terrifying abyss themselves. Truly, love is the answer, the only answer, to every problem that besets humanity. And there is only one problem pervading humanity, and that is the belief in separation. However, it appears in a multitude of disguises which makes it very difficult to recognize and identify, unless and until people become aware that there is only one. The one loves itself deeply, unconditionally, infinitely, and every sentient being is a part or aspect of the one. At the depths of itself, it knows that it is love. The task you all have as humans is to remember this divine and unchanging truth. The big question is, how are you to do this? This is in truth the only question that you need ask, and you need to ask it of yourselves because others cannot answer it for you. Others can offer guidance or pointers, but only you can answer it. And, of course, the answer already lies within you. To find it, you need to enter your inner space, that place of peace, that holy sanctuary where love resides in every moment, waiting with infinite patience for you to allow it to embrace you and show you how deeply loved you are. Going within and relaxing there, letting go of all your thoughts or concerns, helps you to find peace from the incessant mind chatter that, among other things, attempts to persuade you that you are guilty, unworthy, and even shameful. So remind yourselves that you are, as a human, playing a game, and that it is now time to bring the game to conclusion. Then rest there a while, do this very consciously at least once a day, and remind yourselves that your true nature is love, and let go of your hold on judgment of yourselves or of others, and of any bitterness or resentment that arises. Forgive yourselves for having and holding onto those feelings, and accept that no punishment or restitution is due because there is only love which is utterly accepting, unconditional, and without judgment of any kind. It is your right to feel and savor the love in which you are held, the love that is your true nature, and in which you have your eternal existence. And when you feel it, you will feel only unconditional love and compassion for all sentient life, as all judgment and blame dissolves, leaving you totally free and at peace. With so very much love, Saul.
My dearest listener, today's message. Someone is unable to face you because of the intense guilt they feel. The angels say, somewhat recently, somebody you used to spend time with has dropped out of your life. You still see them now and then, but the two of you no longer connect the way you used to. They have stopped making the effort to be around you, and you may have even begun wondering if you did something wrong. I repeat, someone is unable to face you because of the intense guilt they feel. This loss of connection has stemmed from an argument the two of you had a bit back. To you, it was something small. You believe that the two of you moved past it no problem, and that nothing much has changed after it. To them, however, the argument was a much bigger deal. They consider it to have been a full-fledged fight, and they feel intensely guilty because of it. To them, nothing is the same as it once was. They struggle to believe things could just go back to normal after the argument you two had. They are convinced that you must see them differently now. Perhaps you do, but it hasn't been enough to majorly affect the relationship between the two of you in your eyes. To them, though, it's completely life-changing. To them, it has altered the entirety of your connection in a way they're afraid to put into words. This is the real reason they haven't been around. It isn't because of you beyond your part in the argument. It isn't because they no longer care for you, or because they've grown tired of you. It is purely because they are afraid that you no longer feel the same way about them. Next time you see this person, try to have a meaningful conversation with them. Reach out to them if you don't already have plans to see them soon. Express what they mean to you. You don't have to address the argument at all. You don't have to address the way they've been feeling lately directly. It's enough for you to show them gentle reassurance for now. Further down the road, they may trust you with the truth of the situation. This will only happen if you are able to re-establish the trust between the two of you and begin to rebuild the relationship. They will apologize to you for their part in the argument, and they'll tell you about their concerns, that they believed you wouldn't see them the same way, and that your friendship was permanently damaged. If they do reveal these things to you, make sure you're gentle with them. They have had other negative experiences with people in the past to make them feel this way. It likely doesn't have anything to do with you specifically, so keep that in mind. Take a moment to allow all these words to resonate with your spirit. Remember, you are loved and protected by the universe. The stars have another message for you today, and it's one I felt you needed to hear. In the description of this video, there is a link to a special astrological reading. It's a divine message of guidance related to your moon sign and moon phase. This sign and phase of the moon at the exact moment of your birth reveals more about you than you could possibly imagine. Together, they influence your strengths and passions and reveal your potential for abundance, love, and prosperity. I've heard you could use some extra wisdom to help with a very important decision coming up for you soon, and I have a strong premonition that the moon is going to deliver something incredibly valuable to you. And I want to be certain that you are well prepared, because that moment is approaching very rapidly. Your soul is at a crossroads, and you need to see which critical steps to take next. So, if you are ready to take the next step, check the link in the description for your free, personalized video moon reading to ensure the next step you take is leading you closer to abundance and prosperity. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?
Beloved ones, as you learn to tap into the cosmic records in the higher realms, you are beginning to broaden your awareness of your cosmic lineage. The process of reunification is well underway, and therefore, many faithful servers of the light are now striving to reclaim the many facets of their divinity. A part of our mission is to help you remember your divine heritage, and to also help you understand the unprecedented process humanity is in the midst of at this time. Many of you, the starseed and ways howers, came into this lifetime with the vibrational frequencies of the rays, within your diamond core God cell, more active than those still functioning within the third/lower fourth dimensional realms. Therefore, you have experienced more bursts of God-conscious awareness over the recent past years. If you will compare notes about your earlier experiences with others on the path, you will find that you have had many similar experiences throughout your lifetime. You are now aware that many of the miracles, inspired thoughts, and benefic coincidences are not common for the average person who still exists and functions within the distorted realms of the mass consciousness belief structure. What you are now undergoing, brave hearts, is the transition of the final stages of the fourth dimensional realm. What is occurring at this time for many of you who are on the fast track of the ascension process, is that you are in the midst of integrating the remaining facets of your higher self within the fourth dimension. This activates many memories and feelings, like a kaleidoscope of experiences from your ancient past within the higher realms. Over the past several years, we have been relaying to you the critical process you must go through in order to arrive at your programmed destination, the first subplane of the fifth dimension. As you integrate the more refined fragments of your higher self, you will gain access to the cosmic records of your past, along with the wisdom necessary to traverse the final levels of the fourth dimensional material planes. You are beginning to get a glimpse of how truly magnificent you are in the higher realms. You are also slowly magnetizing into your auric field the refined frequencies of the 5 higher galactic rays, which contain the divine blueprint for the Aquarian Age. In addition, you are gradually beginning to integrate your own new divine blueprint via the Kundalini memory seed atom, which has been stored within your root chakra throughout your many human lifetimes. We have stressed this fact many times over. Your present lifetime is one of the most important lives you will ever experience since assuming the physical vessel. You chose the date of your birth because the particular astrological configurations and energies they contained and projected energies and qualities that focused on the strengths and talents you were to experience. Also emphasized were the negative thought forms / energies, those which were the most imbalanced within your 4 lower bodily systems: physical, emotional, mental, and etheric, the lower frequency thought forms which were keeping you imprisoned within the shadowlands of illusion and limitation. You chose your parents, your family, and those you would interact with during your lifetime for the same reason: those who would project or mirror to you the positive attributes you needed to integrate, and also many negative traits you need to overcome. All of the dear souls in your life are a part of the great drama you have chosen to experience in this lifetime. Each one agreed to play a role which would, hopefully, be mutually beneficial. Ask yourself what positive traits your parents, your family, your mate, and children have projected to you. Then think about the negative traits they have displayed. Therein are the lessons you set up for yourself to experience, and hopefully, to benefit from at a soul level. Have you learned your lessons well? Are you displaying more of the positive traits or more of the negative traits that others mirror to you? Consider the tests and challenges as an opportunity to, once and for all, transmute all of the imbalances which are keeping you from stepping through the gateway into your new fifth dimensional reality. You and the members chose to come together as a family unit because you knew it would give you the greatest opportunity to balance your mental and emotional natures. We sense that the most important lesson for many of you is to know that you are worthy of love and respect, and that it is time to begin to take back your power. The people in your life will not respect you until you learn to set boundaries and to meet your own needs before you try to assist them. You are not responsible for anyone's soul growth but your own. As you learn to set boundaries and take back your power, you will find your relationship with those around you will gradually begin to change for the better. Also, you cannot take on anyone's lessons or the responsibility for their mistakes. They must learn the rules of cause and effect for themselves. The greatest gift you can give others is to love them enough to allow them to work through their own problems and mistakes. My brave ones, you are here to teach love, unconditional love, by first loving yourself unconditionally. There are many of your soul mates incarnated on earth at this time, both male and female. Whole families are being reunited as you move deeper into the more refined realms of light. The best way to help those in your family, your friends, or work associates is to be a shining example. You are also here to learn detachment, that you cannot truly own anyone or anything. The beauty, abundance, and bounty of the universe are your divine birthright, but these gifts are on loan to you. You must hold them lightly in your hands, and allow them to flow freely out into the world. Take what you need, and then share the remainder. Do not hoard. When humanity comes to this reality, all poverty and scarcity will disappear from the earth. The primary emphasis at this time is on returning to wholeness within yourself and taking personal responsibility for your actions, building self-esteem, and developing a sense of worthiness via your solar heart center in cooperation with your soul self and higher self. Truth and integrity will be the foundation of any relationship of the future. First, you must accept who you are at the present time, as you strive to become the very best person you can possibly be, through self-examination of your attitudes, beliefs, habits, and your weaknesses. In the near future, the Ways Howers and Vanguard souls, those who are bringing forth the higher wisdom of the new divine blueprint, will prove that diseases of any kind do not have to manifest as the body ages. The human physical vessel was meant to function at optimum health for at least 120 years. Humanity at large is caught up in the mass consciousness belief system of the third/fourth dimensions, whereby the core issues from the past, and the imperfections within the ancestral DNA allow these stressful, debilitating symptoms to manifest if the entity allows itself to feel unloved, unworthy, or feels guilt, shame or resentments of any form. As the soul is allowed to become the guide and director of the physical personality instead of the ego desire body consciousness, all of the negative energies, which are a result of deep core memories from the ancient past, will rise to the surface so that that person can release them once and for all. This will be through the conscious use of the violet transmuting flame, and by heeding the inspired thought forms gleaned from your sacred mind, and your cosmic guides, as well as the many higher frequency healing modalities now available to you. As you move deeper into self-awareness and begin to listen to the wisdom of the physical body, your memory seed atom, you will no longer depend so much on external methods, drugs, surgery, and artificial means of healing. The drastic physical imbalances and ill health the majority of human beings is now experiencing will gradually be replaced with healthy, harmonious living practices, which will be guided by the new spiritual, intuitive wisdom that you have stored within your sacred mind. No longer can humanity rely only on the current practices of the medical profession. Your soul is nudging you to integrate a more holistic approach to healing the physical, mental, emotional bodies so that the higher frequencies of the oversoul can be integrated without so much trauma and distress to the physical vessel. As we have stated many times, light, sound and color are the healing modalities of the future. A study of the chakra system, and of the frequencies of the 5 higher galactic rays will assist healers and counselors in how to inform their patients as to what is out of balance within their auric field, and how to assist them to gradually return to and maintain a healthy physical body. Our teachings give you all the guidelines you will need to integrate these additional methods of healing into your current health regimen. You also have a wondrous storehouse of information available to you within your sacred mind. As your radiance expands and grows more powerful and far-reaching, you, along with other light workers, will become a unified force that will not be denied, a force for transformation and change of the highest order. Be bold in your vision. See what is right in your world, thereby reinforcing the love/light that dwells within each and every person you meet. Do not focus on the shadows, for your thought patterns will always connect with and reinforce the dimensional frequencies on which you focus your attention. Your only true enemy is fear. Release the fear and radiate love/light, and then watch as the miracles unfold. You are a master of manifestation, you have just forgotten. Believe in yourself and cease creating those things that bring you pain, guilt and suffering. Become a co-creator of the light, peace, balance, and harmony once more, and join with those who are striving to recapture the pristine beauty of planet Earth. Reclaim your rightful place as a master of light, dear ones, and remember, as you integrate the knowledge of spirit and illumined truth, we ask you to go forth and share your wisdom. We are ever near to guide, protect, and inspire you, but mostly to love you. I am Archangel Michael.
Have to reach a state where you've learned to let it go.
I don't know
That's
what
what-
that is. What am I thinking? That. I absolutely love all of you fuckers. You guys have a good day. I am gonna go meet my new grandson. So excited. Sorry, I'm so emotional. I have some crazy readings and I love you fuckers. I gotta go.